Yeah, please.
Herald area, distributing the local newspaper each week for 136 years. The Herald offers all types of commercial printing, black and white or colored copy and fax service. They can order wedding and party supplies, and they're your local distributor for Watkins products. Plus, they're your local Buell's laundry drop-off. Play them for stadium chairs and support the local team in style and comfort. They also invite you to check out home events on the Venture Channel 381. That's the Highmore Herald newspaper in Highmore.
You're listening to coverage of regional high school football from KPMO 94.5 FM, Reliance, Chamberlain, Miller, Highmore, Herald, and Kimball, White Lake. And John Neff is our technical director at Dakota Radio Group's World Headquarters. I'm Darren Boyle. We get ready to start the second half. It is a 24-6 score with Kimball, White Lake with the lead. Miller, Highmore, Herald will kick off to get this third quarter underway. If you're viewing us on YouTube, I had to get out or stop and start over our video feed, so viewers need to probably do the same if they want to catch out our video here. Having some technical issues here tonight, week 2 of the high school football season. Jared Blumenrader getting set to kick off. Carter Fredrickson back deep, along with, I believe that's Caden Lenz, back deep to field the kickoff as Blumenrader has the football teed up, move forward, and he will get this second half underway. And it will be a line drive kick. Fredrickson will try to field it, and it bounces away from him. Lenz picks up the loose football and tries to make a return of it and is able to move the football across the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Kimball White Lake will have it to start the second half, first down and 10, with the football at the 27-yard line. Carter Fredrickson with 2 touchdown runs in the first half. Also touchdown passes by Javen Holen. He threw a long touchdown pass in the first half of the football game as well as Caden Lenz, who caught a 68-yard touchdown reception. He will scamper off the field here of quarter number 3. Olin will work under center as he will hand the football off. Fredrickson looking for running room, and he's bottled up on the outside. And that is a good adjustment defensively for Miller Highmore Herald as they were able to have 2 people placed on the outside. And Hunter Sporer was able to make the stop along with Reagan Bullwig. Lenz will split this time. Holen with play action, back to fast, firing the deep ball, and the pass is tipped and incomplete. Really tall players matching up there. 6'6", Karst Hunter at 6'4", and Karst Hunter made a nice defensive play there. Incomplete pass will bring up a third down and 9 yards to go for Kimball White Lake. So the Rustlers making some nice adjustments defensively here to start the third quarter. Kimball White Lake going to a couple constants that have helped them to a 24-6 lead in the first half. Big play here, third down and 9 for the Wildcats. as the Rustlers would love to force a 3 and out. And now the Wildcats set up a screen at Fredrickson. He'll make Hunter miss, and now Fredrickson is on the move. Another block, and he has a first down, and down the sideline he comes. Fredrickson into Rustler territory inside the 45 and down to the 42-yard line. A nice pitch and catch there that covered some 31 yards, and that will convert on third down, and it will be a first down for Kimball White Lake, and that was a nice call there as the Rustlers blitzed on that play as they had 3 defenders in the backfield, and that was exactly what the Wildcats wanted as they just tossed it downfield, and Fredrickson was able to do the rest. So first down and 10 with the football at the Rustler 42-yard line. Holland, the quarterback, will take the snap, hands the football off, and again it's Fredrickson. Runs out of a jersey tackle, and Fredrickson will spin forward and get to the 41-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 1.5 yards, and it will bring up second down. 10:38 remains in the third quarter. 24-6 is our score, our first possession of the second half, as the Wildcats have been able to move it into Miller, Highmore, Herald territory. So the Wildcats in their black uniforms with black pants and black helmets, they'll walk to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 9, and we're going to see a timeout taken. Javen Holland did not like what he saw defensively, and he'll use the first timeout for Kimball White Lake in this second. 4 remaining in quarter number 3. 24-6 Wildcats, and we're back in 30 seconds on KPLO.
Count on Mike's Tire and Repair in Highmore for your automotive repair and tire needs. Mike Wirtz is proud to be a part of the Highmore community and is ready to help you with your new or used tires and tire repair, along with other light mechanical work, like brake service and oil changes. He carries Cenex oils and auto parts. He also has fuel at the pumps and can fill your propane bottles. That's Mike's Tire and Repair, Highmore.
Timeouts are brought to you by Hutch's Cafe and Lounge in Presho. And your next timeout, stop by Hutch's Cafe and Lounge for a great meal and beverage. First charge timeout of the second half for Kimball White Lake. A second down and 9 situation with the football at the Rustler 41-yard line. An I formation set slot right for the Wildcats. They'll give the football off to Caden Lenz. And Lenz is bottled up after a short gain. Joey Simpson in there to make the tackle. Number 57, Skylar Garner as well. Gain of a couple. Call it a gain of 3. It will bring up third down and 6 for Kimball White Lake. Wildcats working here with a 24-6 lead as we are now inside of 10 minutes remaining in quarter number 3. Lenz will check out of the contest. Fredrickson again will line up at the deep back in that I formation. As quarterback Javen Holland will work from center. Slot to the right side, which is the short side of the field. And a handoff here and a nice quick hitter. And a nice yardage there by Ty Namany. And the tackle made, but Namany will move the football inside the 35 to the 34. And that will set up a manageable 4th down and 3. And I don't think it took long for head coach Dale Taylor to make the decision to go for it, and they'll head to the line of scrimmage. This drive started back at their own 27-yard line. Now it is 4th down and 3 with the football at the Rustler 34-yard line. Holland will take the snap. They'll run the option, and Holland will pitch it back. Fredrickson looking for running room, cuts it back as a first down and more. He's still on his feet. He is still on his move as he brings the football to the 10, to the 5. He makes a man miss, and he is in for a touchdown. That is a 34-yard touchdown run for Carter Fredrickson, and that makes it 30-6. Somehow he was able to get to the wide side of the field. That was relatively easy. But then he cut it back, and he was able to zip through 2 would-be tacklers, then got the first down, and then was able to break another tackle as he was able to scoot forward, and he's able to score his 3rd touchdown of the night. So now the Wildcats will go for 2. It will be Fredrickson the deep back. They'll call his number once again, and Fredrickson right off tackle. That was some good blocking up front by White Lake, and Carter Fredrickson is able to score the 2-point conversion. So Kimball White Lake scores on their first possession of the second half at the 8:38 mark of quarter number 3. And it is now 32-6. The Wildcats lead, and they will kick off in 1 minute on KPLO.
Data limits and slow speeds holding your home and devices back from their potential? Venture Communications is ready to help make your smart home with their extreme Wi-Fi coverage. No data limits for all of your smart home needs, including camera systems, remote thermostat controls, and streaming needs. Free email address too. Equipment provided and maintained by Venture Communications for worry-free Wi-Fi. To get extreme Wi-Fi coverage, whether you venture in or around your home, contact Venture Communications 852-2224 or online at www.venturecom.net.
Highmore Health is a 44-bed skilled care facility that provides quality care in a home-like atmosphere. The staff at Highmore Health will treat your family member like they are one of their own, providing daily activities, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. They're Medicare and Medicaid certified. Highmore Health looks forward to continuing to provide quality, loving care for their residents and families, as well as exploring innovative new options for to the fusion or a tour. Call 605-852-2255.
Scoring drive for Kimball White Lake. They go 73 yards in 6 plays. It was a 34-yard Carter Fredrickson run on a 4th down and 4. He was able to take it in from 34 yards out to score. They call his number for the 2-point conversion. He was successful there as well. And that makes it 32-6 Wildcats with 8:38 remaining in the first half as after the touchdown was scored, Kimball White Lake with an injured player after the 2-point conversion, and he is being tended to. I believe that is Bo Donald, but hard to tell until he stands up. It's a 7 on one side, but it is Bo Donald, and just shaken up as he's going to get off and trot off the field under his own power, and that is good to see. Now, we will get ready for the Kimball White Lake kickoff, and Miller Highmore Herald will have the football their first possession of the second half. Updated score from Gregory, the Gorillas leading Parkston now 26-0. That is in the third quarter. Pierre and Harrisburg. Pierre with a 7-6 lead at halftime. Potter County leading Platte Geddes. The Wildcats get ready to kick off once again. And for Miller Highmore, it will be Dylan McDonald on with number 24, Simpson, back deep. And it will be Cordell Kimball White Lake. Quib kick there, but the Rustlers were able to cover it up, and they will have good field position to start the first half, as they will have the football 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. They have been able to find some offense at times, although a couple opportunities for Kimball White Lake with a short field allowed them to get the lead early, but has been able to move the football some. We'll see what kind of offensive adjustments Miller Highmore Herald makes and what Kimball White Lake does defensively. They'll work with 4 down linemen here, and looked like they were going to blitz, and a penalty flag comes out, and we're going to have a timeout taken, I believe, by Kimball White Lake. And that's going to be their second timeout of the second half already here at the 8:35 mark of the quarter. 32-6 is our score. As again, we'll pause for 30 seconds. You're listening to coverage of regional high school football from KPLO.
For down-home food, round up the family and head to D&K Outpost in Highmore. D&K has your favorite foods made fresh, hot, and ready to see. It also offers catering and an awesome lunch buffet to get you in and out fast without the fast food. There's a full convenience store with fuel, plus grab-and-go hot foods and cold salads, along with cold drinks, and even has a full bar in the back. Find D&K Outpost at the junction of Highways 14 and 47 in Highmore.
Well, on 1st down and 10, Miller Highmore Harold trying to swing the football to the right, and the pass that went through the hands of Jared Blumenrader, but right into the hands of Dylan McDonald. And McDonald is able to bring the football into Wildcat territory down to the 36-yard line, and he was knocked out of bounds there, but at the end of that play, we have an injured Wildcat as he is down on the field, and he is being tended to by the training staff here in Kimball. So we have seen, in fact, we also see Carter Fredrickson his leg being stretched out as well. And both of these teams, as we started out rather warm to begin the football game, and now things starting to get a little more humid. Perhaps kids are cramping up just a little bit, and now head coach Dale Taylor will head out on the field and will direct a little traffic as he will head to the sideline, and Miller Highmore Harold with some pep in their step will head to work here. On a first down, they'll have a first down and 10 situation. Karst Hunter will work out of the shotgun formation. He'll take the snap, and he'll try to keep it himself, looking for running room, and he will not get much. And Kimball White Lake has had the advantage up front at the line of scrimmage all game long, and they have been able to capitalize. Bo Donald, who was shaken up a couple plays ago, back out there. Justin Becker as well. When you can go 6'8", 6'7", and you're 300 and 195 pounds respectively, you can take care of business along the line of scrimmage, and Kimball White Lake did it there. No gain on the play. It'll bring up second down and 10. So Hunter will work under center as McDonald will come to the short side of the field. He'll be lined up on the right. High formation with Bullwig, the deep back. They'll fake the pitch to him, and Hunter is in trouble, and down he goes. He had no time to make anything happen there. And that was Justin Becker who got in there and made the stop. Loss back to the 43-yard line. That will be a loss. Actually, the 44 is where they'll mark it. It will be a loss of about 6 yards on the play. It will be third down and 16. Clock is working to the 7-minute mark remaining in the third quarter. 32-6 is our score as the Rustlers have the football. We apologize for some technical issues with our video feed on our YouTube channel, but we do have things corrected. If you want to go back out and come back in and check us out, we'll have the second half for you. And again, Karst Hunter trying to get back to pass, and again he has no time, and Hunter is brought down, and again the tackle made by Justin Becker. That moves the football back into Rustler territory, back at the 49-yard line, and it'll be fourth and a bunch. They need to move the football to the 25-yard line. It'll be fourth and about 27. And this will be a punting situation for the Rustlers. And Kimball White Lake should wind up with some decent field position. It's Carter Fredrickson. And Lenz back deep. It will be Lenz who will field from his own 23 up across the 25-30. Still on his feet, 35-40. Weaving through traffic and getting across the 45 into the 46-yard line. A dandy return there by Caden Lenz. And Kimball White Lake, Lenz will cramp up. And Kimball White Lake with some nice field position to start drive number 2 of the second half. They'll have the football from their own 46, first down and 10. And Lenz, again, just cramping up just a little bit, but he appears to be all right as he bounces up and heads to the sideline. And we will probably see, as we saw in the first half, heat timeouts, and that will probably be the next time we change possessions in this football game. Lenz will check out. Cody Westendorf will check back into the ball game as Kimball White Lake trying to get some fresh players in there. Fredrickson will line up wide to the left side, an I formation set, actually a pistol formation set. Holen will run option, slipping it into the flat, and Ty Namany will make a man miss, and down sideline he goes. Namany is still on his feet, and finally drug forward with the tackle, and he will bring the football inside the 10, or inside the 15, down to about the 12-yard line is where he'll be knocked down. And a nice run there, and a good job by the quarterback Holen running the option as he rolled to his left and was able to make a nice pitch, and Namany was able to hustle down the sideline and then make a man miss and pick up a good chunk of yardage there as he moves the football down to the 12-yard line officially. 5:40 remaining here in the third quarter. It is a 32-6 lead for the Kimball White Lake Wildcats. With the football, it's Holland, full house backfield. They'll hand it off, and confusion there as there were three would-be ball carriers, and in the end, the ball carrier was Rafe Keene, and Keene was able to dive forward and get to about the 10. It'll be second down and 8 yards to go. The Wildcats can pick up a first down without scoring here as they are in and out of the huddle, and they will hustle their way to the line of scrimmage. Inside of 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Holland will take the snap. They will work the option, and then it will be a handoff to the fullback, and the ball carrier, after a short gain there, it will be Ty Namany. Namany with the carry. Joey Simpson on the tackle. The ball moved forward to the 6-yard line, and it will be third down and about 4 yards to go for the first down. Walking to the line of scrimmage and working under center is Holland, and movement up front on the Miller side, and we are going to have a penalty, but the officials are going to confer first and see if possibly Kimball White Lake drew Miller offside. It's going to be an encroachment penalty against Miller Highmore Herald. Their 5th penalty of the ball game, their 1st penalty of the second half, and that should, even if they go half the distance to the goal line, should be enough to give them a first down, but let's wait until they place the football, and then they'll move the markers forward, and it's going to be third down and a long yard for Kimball White Lake to pick up a first down.
Third down short for the
So Holland will walk him up to the line of scrimmage. Fredrickson is the deep back. He has scored 3 touchdowns already in this football game, and they'll call his number. Running to his right, cuts it back, dives forward. He is in for a touchdown. Touchdown number 4 for Carter Fredrickson, this time from 3 yards out, and it is 38-6. The lead to Kimball White Lake, and they have been able to run the football very well in this football game, and they have had several players. It has been Fredrickson who has scored the touchdown, but Ty Namany is probably close to 100 yards rushing in this football game as well. He set up 1 touchdown with a 68-yard touchdown run of his own, and now we will see a attempt to kick the extra point. The kicker, Wyatt Talbot. Out of the hold of Carter Fredrickson. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. 3:59 remains here in the third quarter. 39-6. Kimball White Lake with the lead, and they will kick off in 1 minute on KPLO.
Oakley Farm and Ranch Supply has all your farming and ranching needs covered. They offer fencing supplies including Gallagher electric fencing and Tartar gates. They have banjo fittings, bore trailer wheels, and water tanks. They also carry fall clothing, muck boots, and gloves for adults and youth. See them for Diablo cutting blades, Nordic bakeware canning jars and lids, along with gold cart sales and repair. Oakley Farm and Ranch Supply, 1310 North Broadway in Miller, or call 853-0026. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., and Sunday, 10 to 2.
The Miller Press, one-stop shopping for your business. Their commercial print shop can make the business of doing business a breeze. The staff at Miller Press can help you with letterheads, printed envelopes, invoices, sales tickets, business cards, as well as other products such as napkins, silverware, to-go containers, toilet tissue, and uniforms. They do customized printing on paper and clothing. Make doing business a breeze by one-stop shopping at the Miller Press. Commercial printing, screen printing, and advertising. They do it all at the Miller Press, 114 West 3rd Street in Miller. Call 853-3575.
Here's some updated scores for you. They are in the third quarter as Sully Buttes leads Harriet Selby 44-6. Timberlake leads Dupree by a 32-0 score. It remains 44-7 winner That is at the end of the third quarter down in Winter as Stanley County looks to go 0-2 on the year. And here is a short, wobbly kick that gets away from Dylan McDonald. He has to retrieve it inside his 10-yard line. He'll make one man miss and bring it up across the 15, but a squib kick there that got through the receiving team, and Dylan McDonald has to chase it down, and now we will have our officials timeout. Miller Highmore Herald will have the football at their own 15 after we return. Timeouts from Hutch's Cafe and Lounge in Presho, and we will take a 1-minute break and return on KPLO.
Miller Rexall Drug is a locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Pharmacists Trent and Travis care about their customers and provide fast, friendly, and professional pharmacy services to help you get and stay well. Medicare and all major insurances are accepted, and free delivery or mail service of prescriptions is available, along with price matching. Check out the old-fashioned soda fountain and gift card mall, their Hallmark cards, wine department, great gift selection, toy and dollar sections, photo machine, and more. Miller Rexall Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Everyone at Wilbur Ellis hopes that producers are looking forward to winter wheat seeding. If you're ready for pre-plant burn down or starter fertilizer for your wheat, contact Wilbur Ellis in Blunt, Highmore, or Miller. Delivery is available. Ask about fall prepay on fertilizer and seed with financing available. Wilbur Ellis specializes in soil sampling. Advantage of variable rate seed and fertilizer with Ag Verdict. Wilbur Ellis, ideas to grow with. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
We invite you to stay with us during our postgame. We'll have the KPLO Midwest Cooperative Player of the Game during our postgame report. Here we have 3:53 remaining in quarter number 3. It is a 39-6 lead for Kimball White Lake, and here is Miller from their own 15-yard line. Hunter is back to pass, trying to get away from pressure, and he has nowhere to go, and he is going to be tackled inside the 10 at about the 6-yard line. And again, I believe we have a Kimball White Lake player that's cramping up, and he will need some assistance as a couple players come over to help out, and that will stop play. Again, a little warm and a little humid to start the football game, and it remains humid even though after the sun went down, the temperature has went down quite a bit as well. All in all, though, still not a bad night for football, even though we're playing our second game in August already. We'll have one more game before the month of August comes to a close, and we will feature the Lyman Raiders and the Kadoka Cougars. Both of these teams will be in action as well. As the injured player is Cordell Keene, and again, just cramping up. He'll head off the field under his own power. Kimball White Lake will be on the road as they will take on, that's Miller Highmore Herald that will travel to Timondale to take on Bonham tonight, or next Friday night. Parkston will play in Mitchell at Joe Quintal Field. They will take on Parkston. Parkston being defeated by Gregory here. And here a running play by Miller Highmore Herald, and Karst Hunter is tackled again for another loss, and it will be third down and very long, and the Rustlers are going to take their first timeout of the second half. Comes with 3:17 remaining in the third quarter. 39-6 is our score as Kimball White Lake is in control, and again we'll pause for 1 minute on KPLO.
Wind, drought, fire, insects, disease, together with hail. They have formed a legion of multi-perils bent on the destruction of your hard work. Your fields are under constant attack. But the team at Ken Clark Insurance stands by your side in this war. Ken Clark Insurance will give you peace of mind knowing you're covered, and your claim will be processed quickly. So protect your hard work. Call Ken Clark Insurance in Lexington at 458-2281. Equal opportunity provider, sale closing in September. Man, what are you doing?
Well, you know, I got in that fender bender last week, and I have a great idea. I'm going to wrap my car in bubble wrap. I can't get hurt that way.
Oh, no. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't?
No, it doesn't work that way. Get that dent fixed. Advanced Collision and Repair, 1022 East 3rd Street in Miller. Call 893-0190 for Advanced Collision and Repair, and put down the bubble wrap.
from their own 5-yard line. Miller Highmore Herald has the football. It's a 3rd down and 20 situation. Out of the gun, it's Karst-Hunter looking for time, rolling to his right. He's going to fire the deep ball. He's got a man, and the pass is intercepted. He had Dylan McDonald, but Hunter, who was on the move, and it was Carter Fredrickson who made the defensive play all the way down to the 44-yard line. If Hunter could have put just a little bit on that football, McDonald would have been able to get behind. He was actually behind the defense, and he would have been able to go a long ways, but give Carter Fredrickson a lot of credit. He was able to make up a lot of yardage on that play, and with the ball hung up just a little bit, he was able to bring it down and pick up the interception. The 2nd turnover of the ball game for Miller Highmore Herald. The Wildcats have turned the football over twice in this football game as well. They'll have the football here from the Miller Highmore Herald 44. 1st down and 10. Javen Holland all alone in the backfield out of the pistol. He has it. Rolls to his right, looking for time, and now turns it upfield. Has a 1st down and more as he is still on his feet. He'll move forward, dive forward, and he will move the football inside the 30 and down to the 26-yard line. As a tackle is made by Dylan McDonald, he is shaken up a little bit as he walks to the sideline. But I believe he will stay in the game as he makes the stop. But Javen Holland with a nice run of his own, and Kimball White Lake has been able to move the football very well. They move it down to the 26. That's an 18-yard run, and we are going to have a timeout taken. That is by the Wildcats here with 2:50 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It is a 39-6 score as Kimball White Lake has the lead. The Wildcats using their final timeout of the ball game, and we'll pause for 30 seconds on KPLO.
Don't spend hours waiting at a dealership purchasing your vehicle. Jan Bussey Ford knows your time is valuable. Make the quick trip to Highmore for a no-hassle, quick buying experience. Why shop with Jan Bussey Ford? Well, they're a family-owned and operated business for over 130 years now. They offer a low-pressure atmosphere with friendly and helpful staff. Visit them today. And if you can't make it in, view their entire inventory of new Ford vehicles, Kawasaki ATVs, trailers, and quality pre-owned vehicles online at PioneerGarage.com. Experience a different kind of buying experience at Jan Bussey in Highmore, building partnerships for life.
Couple final scores. Their one final score, Mount Vernon Plankington, they improved to 2-0 on the season. They defeat Wagner 58-7 tonight. Canton leading Chamberlain. That game in the 3rd quarter now. It is a 23-0 lead for Canton as they lead Chamberlain. Last we heard, Sully Buttes with a 44-6 lead over Harriet Selby. They were midway through the 3rd quarter, and a lot of fresh faces with the on the Kimball White Lake side of the football. A new quarterback, Nolan Kirsch, and he hands it off, and running back loses the football, and Miller Highmore Herald will cover the football up, and that is turnover number 3 in the football game for the Wildcats. So we'll see what Miller does here as Kimball White Lake will now, they'll send most of their starting defense out there as Miller Highmore Herald is probably going to, we'll see what they do. As Karst-Hunter is still out there, Jared Blumenrader out there, Dylan McDonald as well, so Joey Simpson as well. So they're going to change things up or keep most of their starters out there, although Karst-Hunter will line up as a wide receiver, and now the officials say, whoa. I think what they're doing is just, are they swapping out the football? I think that's what they're doing. Or does Kimball White Lake have too many out there? Well, now they're going to send one out, send one back in, and checking into the ball game, Brock Knowles. He'll see some action here. Knowles, a 220-pound senior. It's now they'll pitch it. Here is Karst-Hunter looking for running room. He'll make a man miss and break into the open field, and down the sideline he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. 10-5, touchdown. Karst-Hunter will score from 76 yards out. And Kimball Miller Highmore Herald is on the board. It is 39-12 now. Little misdirection there as the quarterback, Karst-Hunter, the normal quarterback, Karst-Hunter, lined up on the sideline, and or lined up as a wide receiver. Dylan McDonald was in there at quarterback, and he received the shotgun snap, and then Hunter came around from the left side to the right, and he outran everybody as he got to the sideline and hustled in for a touchdown. Second touchdown for the Rustlers here this evening. Here's Karst Hunter throwing the fade, and the pass is caught. Jarrett Blumenwaiter with the reception, and the two-point conversion is good. 2:33 remains here in the third quarter, and it is a 39-14 score. And we will take a break and return. You're listening to coverage of regional high school football from KPLO.
Good luck to all the Highmore Herald teams from the Highmore Herald, which has been serving the Highmore and Herald area, distributing the local newspaper each week for 136 years. The Herald offers all types of commercial printing, black and white or colored copy and fax service. They can order wedding and party supplies, and they're your local distributor for Watkins products, plus they're your local Buell's laundry drop-off location. See them for stadium chairs and support the local team in style and comfort. They also invite you to check out home events on the Venture Channel 381. That's the Highmore Herald newspaper in Highmore.
Count on Mike's Tire and Repair in Highmore for your automotive repair and tire needs. Mike Wirtz is proud to be a part of the Highmore community and is ready to help you with your new or used tires and tire repair, along with other light mechanical work, like brake service and oil changes. He carries Cenex oils and auto parts. He also has fuel at the pumps and can fill your propane bottles. That's Mike's Tire and Repair, Highmore.
With John Neff at Dakota Radio Group's World Headquarters, I'm Darren Boyle. The scoring drive for Miller Highmore Herald. They go 76 yards in one play. Karst Hunter with the 76-yard run, and now Miller Highmore Herald will put their second unit out there, and we'll see what they do here in the second half. A new kicker, that is Hunter Sporer, and he will kick it deep, and fielding the kick will be Carter Fredrickson. He'll make one man miss and then another. Running to his right, and he has nowhere to go, and he is hustled out of bounds as the Rustlers with good pursuit, and Kimball White Lake will have the football here, first down and 10. They had their second unit out there to start their previous drive, so obviously they'll shake up some personnel as well, although Bo Donnell will run back into the contest as he will check in. Also staying out there will be Ty Namany, and we'll see what Miller does to answer as far as what they do defensively. As the Rustlers will line up. Kimball White Lake will line up as well, and they will hand the football off, and this is Fredrickson looking for some running room, and he is not going to find much. Works his way across the 25 up to the 27, 28, actually forward progress to the 30-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 yards on the play, and it will bring up second down. Call it a gain of 3. It will bring up second down and 7. Inside of 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. 39-14 is our score. As the Wildcats and Javen Holen will work under center. Hand the football off, and second man through. That is Fredrickson, I believe, and he will not get far. That is actually Caden Lenz, the ball carrier, as he'll bring the football up to the 30, 31-yard line. A short gain there as Noah Johnson got in there to make the stop. A gain of 1 yard on the play, and it will bring up third down. Third down, we'll call it 6 as the Wildcats working to the line of scrimmage as the clock is working to the final minute of quarter number 3. Here's Fredrickson looking for running room. Breaks a tackle or cuts it back and then tries to spin out of a tackle as he moves the football up across the 40 to the 45-yard line. He'll pick up some 12, 13 yards on that play as he moves the football forward, and he will have a first down for the Wildcats. First and 10 from the 45-yard line. As Lenz will walk up to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers out wide to the right side. Solon will take the snap, rolls to his right. Cox's arm and fires. Has a man, and then there's some contact downfield. They're going to say incidental contact. Pass is incomplete. Downfield, Justin Becker also down there in coverage for Miller Highmore Herald with Darian Schmidt. And Schmidt had good position. Both players kind of lost their footing a little bit as both players went down. The pass was perhaps a little bit underthrown, incomplete, and incidental contact there, as we said, and it will be second down. 43 seconds remain here in the third quarter. It is a 39-14 lead for Kimball White Lake. The Wildcats look to be on their way to picking up their first victory of the season. Here's a deep ball thrown. Pass is caught. And that is Cordell Keene with the reception. Joey Simpson saves the touchdown with a nice tackle as he chases that play from behind. But that will be a first down as Kimball White Lake moves the football. We knew the Wildcats coming in we're going to run the football, but they have also done a pretty good job of using the passing game to success in this contest as well. As they move the football via pass there, and they have some good targets to throw to. In the backfield, Ty Namany. Keene, the quarterback, back to pass, under some pressure this time, and he's going to be brought down. Jarrett Blumenrader, along with number 43, Nathan Watts, get in there to make the sack, but also some good job by Jaden Anderberg upfield with pressure to start out, and Holen had nowhere to go, and he will be sacked, and that will move the football out to the 37-yard line. So a big loss on that play, a loss of about 9 yards. It will be second down and 19, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. Scoreboard comes to you from Darren Boyle Sales. I invite you to check out my large selection of new and used farm equipment at the lot on Sale Barn Road in Fort Pierre. Check out DarrenBoyleSales.com. 39-14 Kimball White Lake, and we will take a 1-minute break and return on KPLO.
Data limits and slow speeds holding your home potential. Venture Community to help make your smart home with their extreme Wi-Fi coverage. No data limits for all of your smart home needs, including camera systems, remote thermostat controls, and streaming needs. Free email address too. Equipment provided and maintained by Venture Communications for worry-free Wi-Fi. To get extreme Wi-Fi coverage, whether you venture in or around your home, contact Venture Communications 852-2224 or online at www.venturecom.net.
Highmore Health is a 44-bed skilled care facility that provides quality care in a home-like atmosphere. The staff at Highmore Health will treat your family member like they are one of their own, providing daily activities, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. They're Medicare and Medicaid certified. Highmore Health looks forward to continuing to provide quality, loving care for their residents and families, as well as exploring innovative new options for services as they look to the future. For more information or a tour, call 605-852-2255.
Stay with us during our post game. We'll have the KPLO Midwest Cooperative Player of the Game. Don't forget volleyball action Tuesday night from Fort Pierre. The Lady Buffaloes of Stanley County hosting Chamberlain. Match coverage will begin at around 7:30 Tuesday on KPLO. And then next Friday night, we will be in Presho as the Lyman Raiders will host the Kadoka Cougars. Lyman and Wall were tied at 6 last we knew. And here is Javen Holen upfield, a diving catch made by Carter Fredrickson, but great of a drive that started back at the 36-yard line. The Wildcats will approach the football as they move from left to right. Holen, the quarterback, in the backfield with him is Ty Namany. Fredrickson to the near side, receiver split out wide to the left as well. Here is Holen with the deep ball upfield, and the pass is too tall for Cordell Keene. It will be incomplete, and it will be 4th down and 10. And this is an interesting spot for Kimball White Lake as they have the football inside the Miller Highmore Herald 30 at the 29-yard line, facing a 4th down and 10. Clock is stopped with 11:12 remaining in the contest. Kimball White Lake in control here as they look to just hang on to the football and keep the clock running. They're going to go for it. As Keene will work out of the pistol. Takes the snap under pressure. They're going to set up the center screen. This is Namany, but he is going to be cut down, and a nice tackle made by Nathan Watts. Boy, they had that screen set up as Miller had sent everybody. They had Reagan Bowleg back there. They had Noah Johnson. They had Jarrett Blumenrader again. But good call there on the screen. But Miller Highmore Herald's defense was equal to the task, and Nathan Watts with a nice open field tackle. That will turn the football over to Miller Highmore Herald. Rustlers will have the football from their own 32-yard line, 1st and 10, and we get to this point of the ball game, and we again realize that the Wildcats are in control. They led by a 24-6 score at halftime. They lead 39-14 here. At some point, we'll see the second unit, but for now, we will see the starting offense for Miller Highmore Herald. Here is Hunter with a pass upfield. They'll go hitch and go as they try to get the football into the hands of Reagan Bowleg, and Bowleg up to the 35-yard line. Quick pass to the outside to Dylan McDonald. McDonald will flip it to Bowleg, who picks up 4 yards on that play. And the Rustlers will operate without a huddle. Out of the gun, it's Hunter. McDonald wide to the left as Hunter will run upfield and then fire, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to get the football to the intended receiver, Spencer Fernholz, the 8th grader. Pass is thrown low and incomplete. That stops the clock, and that does bring up 3rd down and about 6 yards to go for the Rustlers. Again, the Rustlers facing a 3rd down and long. As Cars Hunter will pitch it back. Bowleg looking for running room, tries to turn it up, and he will get up across the 40 to the 41-yard line with forward progress. They needed 6. They got 4, and they're going to be about 2 yards short of the 1st down, and they're actually going to move it back to the 40. So it'll be 4th down and about 3. And the Rustlers are going to go for it here as they quickly come in and out of the huddle, and Cars Hunter will work under center. 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers will cheat up as they expect the quarterback sneak. Hunter will try to move the pile, and he will not get the job done as the quarterback, Cars Hunter, is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain, and that on 4th down. In fact, Hunter went down, and I'm not so sure if he even had the football, but either way, Kimball White Lake is going to have it. We'll give the football to the Wildcats, and they will have the football at the Miller Highmore Herald 42-yard line. Not sure if there was a fumble or not, but it appears, well, either way, Cars Hunter was stalemated at the line of scrimmage. As of the 9 defenders on the field for the Wildcats, they had 5 of them at the line of scrimmage, and they were able to stop that quarterback sneak attempt on 4th and 3. So Kimball White Lake has it with 9:57 remaining. They also work with a 25-point lead. Full house backfield. Holen will hand it off. Ball carrier is Caden Lenz looking for running room, and good job of the defense of Miller Highmore Herald. Lenz is stopped for a short gain. Vanderberg, Gamer on the tackle. Skylar Gamer into the contest. He is a 215-pound sophomore. Gain of 2, and it will bring up a 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Both teams doing a nice job crisply getting in and out of the huddle as they head up to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback Jabin Holen. Again, 3 deep in the backfield. Hands the football off. Fredrickson looking for running room, and a nice run there through traffic. Fredrickson is able to move the football inside the 40 and get the football down to the 36-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 5 yards on that play, and it will bring up a 3rd down. And we'll call it 4 yards to go for Kimball White Lake. 39-14 is our score. We'll, during our post-game report, we will recap the scoring of the second half. We'll also have our Midwest Cooperative Player of the Game announcement during the post-game report. Handoff right up the middle. Ball carrier there was Ty Namany, and Namany going to be just a little bit short as the Rustlers made a nice tackle downfield. Skylar Gamer getting up off the bottom of the pile. He was part of that tackle for Miller Highmore Herald. It'll be a gain of about 1.5 yards, and it will be 4th down and 2. And Kimball White Lake at this juncture will go for it. As Holland will bring them to the line of scrimmage. And they'll hand it off. And this is Ty Namony with the carry. He'll be bottled up at the line of scrimmage, but he's able to squirt forward, and he will move far enough forward to move the chains, and the Wildcats with another 1st down. He gets inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line, and that'll be a fresh set of downs to work with. Vikings will play their final preseason game next Thursday night. I believe that is against the Seattle Seahawks. We'll have it for you on KPLO. Javen Holland with the football as he works under center, loses the football, and he'll cover it up. Holland doing a nice job of walking up to the line of scrimmage and controlling things as he waits for that back judge to tell him that he has 5 seconds to snap the football. And what he's wanting to do is use as much time off the clock as possible. As on this drive, the Wildcats have not moved the football outside the hash marks. They have been pretty much just running it right up the middle, and they've been able to move the football, but also do a nice job of working the clock here as we're down to 7 minutes remaining and a 25-point lead for Kimball White Lake. They'll lose 1 yard on that play, though, so it's 2nd down and 11. And here is Holland out of the pistol, and he'll fire the fade pattern, trying to get it to Carter Fredrickson, who was locked up with Joey Simpson on the outside, and Simpson with all in all very good coverage, and the pass was thrown wide and incomplete, and for the first time in a while the clock will stop. It will stop here with 6:49 remaining. Some updated scores. West Central leading T. We have the Mount Vernon Plankington Wagner score. That is a final. Mount Vernon Plankington defeating Wagner 58-7. Canton led Chamberlain 23-0 last we heard. Here is Holland taking a snap from under center. Play action. He'll fire it upfield. Pass is incomplete. Pass is too tall for Cordell Keene. And there was coverage on the outside there. Jaden Anderberg out there along with number 43, Nathan Watts. So that will bring up 4th down and 11. And once again, the clock is stopped, this time with 6:43 remaining. We work here in the 4th quarter. It is a 39-14 lead for Kimball White Lake. The Wildcats will improve to 1-1, and Miller, they will drop to 0-2 on the season. As Kimball White Lake will work here on a 4th down and 11-yard to go situation. Holland takes the snap. Pressure upfield. Pass thrown, pass caught, out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark the football. They'll mark it at the 20 as it was Cordell Keene, I believe. No, pardon me. It is Justin Becker that made the catch. He took a pretty good pop to move the football out of bounds. They're going to say he was stopped just short, and the ball will belong to Miller. So the Rustler defense holds, and now Miller Highmore Herald will have the football 1st and 10 as they have it from their own 20-yard line. This is their this will be their 11th possession of the football game. Kimball White Lake has had it 11 times in the ball game as well. But Kimball White Lake much more efficient as far as getting the ball into the end zone. It's 39-14 as Hunter will work from the pistol. He'll keep it himself here as he runs right up the middle and brings it across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Cordell Keene making the stop along with number 50. That is Brock Knowles, the senior. He'll make the tackle after a gain of 1 yard, and it will bring up 2nd down and 9. As we mentioned earlier, for Miller Highmore Herald, they will go on the road next Friday night as they will travel to Tyndall to take on Bonham. For Kimball White Lake, a matchup against Parkston in Mitchell next Friday night. Here is a pass upfield. Joey Simpson with the reception. as Rafe Keene makes the tackle for Kimball White Lake, and Miller Highmore Herald will face a 3rd down and 4 situation after a 5-yard pickup on that play. Dylan McDonald out wide to the right, to the near side, the short side of the field, Spencer Fernholtz. And here is Karst Hunter, pitches it back, Reagan Bolwig looking for running room, and instead of trying to go wide, he just lowers his shoulder and runs right through Carter Fredrickson, and Bolwig with some hard running there, crosses the 30, gets the football to the 32-yard line, and that will be enough for a 1st down for Miller Highmore. Bolwig for the Rustlers, he is cramped up over on the far side. And we are going to have a official timeout here with 5:13 remaining in the contest. It is 39-14. The lead belongs to Kimball White Lake and will return after this 30-second break on KPLO.
For down home finger licking good food, round up the family and head.
Yeah, the Vikings are playing right now against Seattle.
Who do they play next week?
They play Tennessee next week. Of course, we won't carry the game. We'll have volleyball.
No, we don't. We're doing tennis. We're doing that game next week. No volleyball Thursday.
There is no volleyball Thursday?
Nope. There is
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I thought there was. So.
Okay.
Tuesday. Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Plays 14 and 47 in Highmore.
On a 1st down and 10 play, Karst Hunter with the pitch back to Dylan McDonald. It's a bad pitch, and McDonald has to dive on the football to save the possession. And the Rustlers will lose 8 yards on that play, and it will be 2nd down and 18 with the football back all the way to the 23-yard line. 4:39 remains in the football game as Kimball White Lake is in control. The Rustlers, with their starting offense out there, just trying to gain a little confidence offensively. Hunter back to pass. Has some time. Now he's under some pressure. Downfield he comes. Pass is caught. Joey Simpson with the reception. Simpson with the carry all the way across the 35 up to the 40-yard line. On a 3rd and 19 situation, they got about 16 of it back, and it will be 4th down and 3. The final Vikings preseason game next Thursday night will be against the Tennessee Titans, and we'll have it for you here on KPLO. Of course, volleyball action Tuesday with Chamberlain at Stanley County, and then Kadoka at Lyman High School football on Friday night. Here's Karst Hunter under pressure, fires it upfield, pass is caught. That is Bolwig with the reception. Bolwig on his feet as he moves the football into Wildcat territory. Bolwig with the reception, and then penalty flags come out as some extracurriculars, maybe a horse collar, maybe a face mask on the tackle, but either way, Bolwig was tackled hard, and that will be a horse collar tackle, and that will be a 15-yard mark off the other way, and our biggest penalty of the night. 3rd penalty for Kimball White Lake for 30 yards now. After this 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run, and that will move the football to the 32-yard line. So Rustlers convert on 4th down as they try to put more points on the board as we wind things down here in this 4th quarter. It will be a win for Kimball White Lake, but the Rustlers still working. Here is Hunter back to pass, fires it upfield, pass is caught. This is Simpson, and he'll try to run through a tackle and will pick up an extra yard or 2 there after Nolan Kirsch made the initial contact, and Kirsch wound up making the tackle, but Simpson able to get an extra yard or 2 as they move the football down to the 11-yard line. The Rustlers will work without much of a huddle here, kind of a muddle huddle, as they will call the play, and they'll walk up to the line of scrimmage. Here is Hunter. Rolling to his right again, looking, and under some pressure, he fires it short, and it's incomplete. Good coverage downfield, and also the Rustlers had 2 people in about the same area pass-wise, which meant there was at least 2 defenders back there for Kimball White Lake, and instead of throwing the football into traffic, Hunter decided to just throw the football short, try it again here on second down. Stops the clock with 3:06 remaining in the contest with Kimball White Lake in control. Out of the shotgun formation, Bullwig alongside Hunter. He'll take the snap and it's back to pass. Fires it deep and pressure in traffic, and the pass is still caught for a touchdown. That is the 8th grader, Spencer Fernholz, as he got away from Carter Fredrickson. Thought maybe there'd be pass interference on Fredrickson, but Fernholz was able to get through, and he was able to score the touchdown. That is a...
Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Sunday, 10 to 2.
The Miller Press, one-stop shopping for your business. Their commercial print shop can make the business of doing business a breeze. The staff at Miller Press can help you with letterheads, printed envelopes, invoices, sales tickets, business cards, as well as other products such as napkins, silverware, to-go containers, toilet tissue, and uniforms. They do customized printing on paper and clothing. Make doing business a breeze by one-stop shopping at the Miller Press. Commercial printing, screen printing, and advertising. They do it all at the Miller Press, 114 West 3rd Street in Miller. Call 853-3575.
Scoring drive for Miller Highmore Herald. They go 80 yards in 8 plays after they turned Kimball White Lake over on downs. As Garth Hunter with a 13-yard touchdown pass to the 8th grader, Spencer Fernholz. Hunter with the 2-point conversion pass to Dylan McKickoff once again. And the second unit out there, it will be Hunter Sporer who will kick off. And Kimball White Lake with just one man back deep. They are expecting an onside kick here, as it will be a squib kick. Will get through the wickets of Kimball White Lake's front line, but I believe the Wildcats will wind up with it. A good job there getting on the football and saving the possession. Cody Westendorf hanging on to the football, and Kimball White Lake will have it first down and 10, and their starters are going to stay out there, as the Wildcats going to keep that first unit out there going up against some second unit defense. And head coach Dale Taylor may change his mind here as once he sees the defensive lineup, but can't do much here on this first down play because Kimball White Lake is out of timeouts. We'll see what they do here as Holen will work under center. He'll pitch it back. Carter Fredrickson looking for running room. Fredrickson gets away from one man and then another, and Fredrickson tripped up as the tackle is made there by Landon Scheid, as the sophomore with a nice shoestring tackle and a gain of about 6 yards on that play, and it will bring up a second down and 4 situation. This drive started back at the 43-yard line, and it will be second down and call it 3. As again, Jabin Holen will hand the football off and right up the middle. The ball carrier with Rafe Keene, and the 185-pound junior will have a first down as he moves the chains, moves the football into Rustler territory and moves it to the 45-yard line. And we work to 2 minutes remaining in this football game. Clock is stopped for just a moment as they will reset the chains, and now the clock will wind, and now we'll see the starters head off the field for the Wildcats. They have played well in this ball game as they pick up their first victory of the season. Nolan Kirsch is the new quarterback as he works under center. And he'll take the snap, hand it off, and a running play right up the middle. And a short gain there, the running back, Caden Terrell. And this freshman moves the football from the 45 to the 44-yard line of the Rustlers. It's a gain of 1, and it will bring up second down and 9. But in about the last 3 possessions, we have not seen Kimball White Lake move the football or try to run the football outside of the hash mark. Their job, and that's why their starters were out there as long as they were, just to keep the clock running, as the Wildcats on their way to picking up their first victory of the season. Again, Kirsch taking his time as Jacob Gasper and Landon Scheid in there to make the stop. Short gain again, a gain of about 2 yards, and it will bring up third down and 3 as we are inside of a minute remaining in this football game. Stay with us during the post game. We'll have the KPLO Midwest Cooperative Player of the Game. We'll recap the scoring of the second half in this ball game as well. It was a big night for the Wildcats as they took control of this ball game, led 24-6 at halftime, and are going to come away with a 39-22 victory. Another short carry upfield and about a 1-yard run as Wyatt Talbot is the ball carrier. The Rustlers make the stop, and we'll see if the Wildcats decide to get one more playoff to close out this football game, and it appears that they will not. 39-22 is our final. Scoreboard from Darren Boyle Sales. I invite you to check out the farm equipment available at the lot on Sale Barn Road in Fort Pierre. Also, check out the miscellaneous section of DarrenBoyleSales.com. 39-22. Wildcats win. And our post game after this on KPLO.
Miller Rexall Drug is a locally owned.
Friday night. They will improve to 1 of these now, and Miller Highmore Herald, who will travel to Bonham next Friday night, they will drop to Zanassi, move to the second quarter, and Kimball White Lake scoring early in quarter number 2. 68-yard scoring drive, but it was 68 yards by Caden Lenz with the repass. Herald turned it over once by a fumble. Kimball White Lake turned it over twice, and neither team able to get a lot of traction offensively after that lone touchdown scored by the Wildcats in quarter number 2. We'll pick things up with our Highmore Herald travels to Tyndall to take on Bonham next Friday night before their bye week. Kimball White Lake, they'll have a home game on the road. Well, we'll see whose home game they give up as Kimball White Lake will take on Parkston. That will be at Joe Quintal Field in Mitchell, and that will be the next action for Kimball White Lake. Parkston was defeated by Gregory earlier this evening. We'll try to catch you up on some final scores. We know Winner was victorious over Stanley County earlier. We'll try to get some finals, other finals as well to talk about. We also have our KPLO Midwest Cooperative Player of the Game to announce, and we'll do all of that after we take this time out. We're back after this on KPLO.
Don't spend hours waiting at a dealership.
Back here at Kimball, the Kimball White Lake Wildcats victorious over Miller Highmore Herald tonight, 39-22, the final in this ball game as we look at player of the game nominees from both sides. On the Miller Highmore Herald side, Carr Stunner with a touchdown pass, 2 touchdown runs, runs of 14 and 76 yards in this ball game for the Rustlers, but in the end, as our player of the game, it's got to be Carter Fredrickson. Fredrickson with an 11-yard touchdown run on the first play of scrimmage for Kimball White Lake. He also scored on a 6-yard touchdown run, a 34-yard touchdown run, and a 3-yard touchdown run. And Fredrickson also ran in 3 two-point conversions in the ball game, and that stat line means that he is our KPLO Midwest Cooperative Player of the Game. Let's update you on some final scores that we have for around the area. It was 50-6. Harriet Selby area was defeated by Sully Buttes. 44-7 was the last score we had. It was Winter in control as they defeat Stanley County. Sioux Falls Christian, they were out in front over Mobridge Pollock by a 32-14 score. And also, as we look around, Mount Vernon Flankington defeating Wagner by a 58-7 score. Canton was shutting out Chamberlain. That was a 23-0 score. And Timberlake was leading Dupree. They had a 32-0 lead near the end of that ball game. Gregory defeated Parkston in tonight's football action as well, as Parkston will be the next opponent for Kimball White Lake next Friday night. And we will have Lyman hosting Kadoka High School football action on KPLO. We would like to thank those of you who have joined us worldwide at drgnews.com and on our YouTube channel. We had a little trouble hooking up our internet this evening, but we'll keep working at that, and keep checking out our YouTube channel. And go to YouTube, check out Dakota Radio Group and the KPLO link, and check out our live coverage of high school sports. We'll be on the air next Tuesday night as we will have volleyball action for you from Fort Pierre. The Stanley County Lady Buffaloes hosting Chamberlain in volleyball action next Tuesday night. And our coverage of regional high school sports on KPLO. Tonight's football matchup brought to you by Thrivent Financial of Chamberlain, by the folks at the Prairie Thistle Floral Gifts and Bistro, Massick Food Center, by Heartland Financial Services, the Dakota Vet Clinic, Heartland State Bank, by D&K Outpost, Venture Communications, Highmore Health, Mike's Tire and Repair, the Highmore Herald, Jan Bussey Ford, Advanced Collision and Repair, Ken Clark Insurance, Wilbur Ellis, Miller Rexall, by the Miller Press and Oakley Farm. And coverage of regional high school sports on KPLO brought to you by Darren Boyle Sales, Midwest Cooperative, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Fly Right Seed, Hutchins Cafe, Harry K. Chevrolet and Ford, the South Dakota Attorney General's Division of Consumer Protection, the Jet Lanes, May Adam, and the Prairie Post. John F. has been our technical director tonight, and I'm Darren Boyle. And again, our final score from Kimball, the Kimball White Lake Wildcats 39, Miller Highmore Herald 22. And from Kimball, we bid you all a very pleasant evening.